Hi there and welcome to this week's Golf Equipment Q&A. I'm Valerie Melvin, I'm here with Frank Thomas and we're in the Frankly Frog putting studio in Orlando, Florida, where it's our mission to help you improve your putting. This week's question was from Brian, who's in Vancouver, Canada, Frank. And Brian wanted to know, he draws a little line on his ball like some of the pros do. Yeah, a bit like that. Here's one I made earlier. He has a little line on his ball like that, and he tries to line it up, but when he goes to putt, he feels like there's something not quite right. So he wants to know what you think and get your advice on that.
Brian, I know you've been reading our putting hints, and you've also read quite a bit of what we've written anyway. There are a lot of people who do this. They mark the line on the ball because the pros do it, and so because the pros have done it, Tiger's done it very successfully, and then they line up the line on their putt with the target line after they've measured the break, and then they go around to try and strike it. That's okay if you line this up correctly. If you don't line this up correctly, then you've got a problem, because then you try and line up your putter with that particular line. And as an example, here is a putter, and so you try and get that line on the putter, but something is telling you that it's not quite right. Intuitively, when you get over the ball, you look at it and you're getting this feedback, and you're getting a conflict between what you see down here and what you see over at the line. That's the one thing. Second is, there are many people who actually have the face ever so slightly open or closed, but generally it's open at address. So that is not really a problem. What you need to do is make sure that the putter face is absolutely at right angles to the ball and to the target line when you hit the ball, not when you address the ball. You can address the ball like this, but it must come through correctly. Now, that is something that we've seen very often. People address the ball a little up. Now you can imagine if you line the ball up correctly with that little wide black line, which is difficult to do because it's so small. You line that up with the target line, and then you put the club head right behind the face, and then you find out that there's some sort of little conflict between the target line and the way you're lining up the club face. Now you've got a problem, because now you have this anxiety in your head just before you're ready to make a putt.
Yeah.
So we don't like that. We have taken, many people have had some success with this on a ball. However, we are recommending to most of our students not to put a line on the ball, because it just adds to the possibility of conflict in your mind when you're just over the putt. And so, Brian, I suggest you don't do that. Take a white part of the ball that you can't see any lines at all or any markings, put that down and focus on the rest of your stroke. Don't worry about the line and the target line. You're good enough by just looking at it. Once you've done that, setting up for that.
Yep. Use your instinct.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Your instincts are very, very good. We don't give them enough credit.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your question, Brian, and hope it's helped a few more of you out there. We'll be back in touch next week, but until then,
may the frog be with you. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Find your frog at franklyfrog.com. Ribbit.